Hey y'all, welcome to the concealcarry.com channel. I am Tyler Tharp with Synergy Training Group. We're going to start a little series talking about how you should carry your gun, some kit considerations, things of that nature. Y'all stick around. All right, so in the last couple of episodes, we talked nothing but gun stuff. And you know, that's all well and good, but what about the supporting components of that? What else should we be carrying as we are taking life, preservation of life, if you will, as our utmost priority? It's not just self-defense, like winning an altercation. It's so much more than that. Now, while a lot of these tools are defensive tools that I'm about to show you, they do just serve everyday purpose. So why should you be listening to me on this? You're probably just an everyday Joe or Joanne, and you have a regular 8 to 5 or work night shifts or things like that. You're just a regular person that takes preservation of life serious. And it's all well and cool to listen to those cool war stories about SEALs and CAG and DeltaGru and all those super high-speed dudes. Like, it's really awesome, but it really just doesn't apply. It's not relevant to the everyday Joe. What they've been through, what they've trained for, what they've actually done, that's just not really how it is stateside in suburban America. Most folks are in suburban or urban America. Every day, Monday through Friday, I'm a plumber or do some sort of construction contracting work. And so I'm almost always in my truck going from job site to job site, doing things of that nature, in and out of parts houses, all over suburban central Mississippi and sometimes the capital, which is very less than ideal. I say all to say this, that some of my everyday kit is going to be my truck and what's in it. We'll go over that as well. But as far as what's on me, it all applies to just being a regular guy with a regular 8 to 5 that just is trying to do the traveling instructor gig on the side until it becomes my full-time gig. So without further ado, what is in my pockets? And along the way in the comments, feel free to judge, criticize any of those things, and also let us know what you're carrying, or if you have any questions on things that I haven't, that you may be inquisitive about that I'm not showing, put those in the comments there. Just because I'm a person for detail. I'm a right-handed person. I'm actually blind on my right eye, so I shoot rifles and stuff left-handed. So if you ever see videos of that, that's why. But everything else is done right-handed. Besides the old pistol gat, Glock 48 with a Holston EPS, in a old holster I made way back when and all that jazz. There's that. Usually I'm using a EDC foundation belt. Today, for some reason, I just threw on the old core belt. I was in a super big hurry this morning and just I had to be out of the door in 10 minutes and just grabbed stuff and ran. But anyway, normally it's an EDC foundation belt. I find them to be very comfortable. And for someone that carries a gun on them in weird areas, weird positions under houses and attics and things like that, that flexibility and that comfort means a lot to me. And it still absolutely helps the gun conceal well. For a knife, for my work for plumbing, I don't want to destroy a nice knife, because usually I'm carrying a Benchmade or a something else, another. I can't remember what it's a Hogue? Can't remember. Anyway, usually it's a Benchmade shootout out the front. But for work, it's just an old crappy Kershaw, man. It's like, I don't know, I sharpen it on the world's worst sharpener, and it's for like carving and grout and brick and dirt and things like that. So just a whatever knife that I don't feel like if I lose it, I ain't hurting, nothing like that. I do carry a second knife. This is just a razor knife, because a lot of times I need a razor blade for certain things. Anyway, I used to have the fancy one that had the flip out screwdriver in the back, but I lost it, and that's just what I have with it. Of course, wallet, something thin, because scoliosis isn't fun. All right, keys, obviously left side. Keys do have a little task light on them, little Streamlight task light thing for whatever. I have another Streamlight wedge. I like the wedge for my line of work because it's flat, it doesn't roll around, and it has a really long battery life. It is dang near worthless for a defensive only flashlight, but for my job, it does just fine for in the pocket Again, 8 to 5 suburban America. I'll tell y'all right now, I know this is weird, but I love good pens and good marking utensils. The Milwaukee Sharpies, the Milwaukee permanent markers are where it's at. They are way better than the Sharpie brand. I go through those like crazy. And of course, Palm pepper spray, POM, peace of mind pepper spray. I never go anywhere without that. I'm always in long pants and usually on cloud lace up boots as well. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. And you're thinking, well, Tyler, you know, that's not what everybody's been telling me I should be carrying. I should be carrying a Cloud Defensive MCH or a Mod Light OKW with the big switchback. I should be carrying a spare mag and a bigger gun with a weapon mounted light, and I should have a fixed blade and all this and all that. Okay, if your daily life affords you that, and you feel like you need it, and your risk assessment, needs that, cool, man, rock on, dude. My lower back says, nope, unless I need it, I ain't carrying all that stuff. Again, I mentioned that I'm always in my truck. It's a newer model F-150 with a brush guard and tires that stick out. So I've already made the truck itself a kind of get out of bad situations type of vehicle. The way I work it, bed cover, things of that nature, dark windows. So it's a good utility vehicle in itself. Within that, I also have my go bag that has all sorts of stuff in it, like even, food, water filtration, poncho, all kinds of stuff, right? You name it, it's got it. Well, and it's also got its own trauma med in it. Well, I also have a totally separate medical trauma kit that I kitted out myself, and it's in a red Pelican style case. I don't know the brand or whatever. I just picked it up somewhere for dirt cheap or something, put all my stuff in there. So I have that ready to go right there. Of course, I also have a bigger flashlight. I have an MCH dual output high candela light that stays in my driver door, and next to it is the bigger Palm pepper spray, the Mark III. So like this, but like times 3. It stays right there. So if I feel like I'm in an area that demands a little more, I can grab that. All right. And then, of course, spare mag, more knives. I usually keep beef jerky or something with some sort of long shelf life on hand. I'm always traveling with a big jug of water as well, and things of that nature, like all the stuff that I need. There's 2 spare mags for this gun and a 23 round mag spare, a Glock mag, is a full-size Glock mag as well. So kind of covering all the bases with my truck, because I'm pretty much dedicated to it. That's my life. My risk assessment involves always being around my truck, things like that. When I go out on like a date or whatever and go into the city or something like that, I may still carry that gun, but I'm definitely going to swap out my flashlights. If I know I'm going out into dark, I'm not going to carry this thing. I'm probably going to grab my MCH, my Cloud Defensive MCH, tail switch, switchback, full grab, like blinding candela hotspot type of thing, because it is a defensive tool and can be kind of offensive as well for striking and whatnot. I'll have, again, that Benchmade out the front knife. So it kind of does, if I need to get someone off the back of me or something like that. I'm still always going to have, always and forever, my little Palm pepper spray here. And then I may, if the risk assessment demands it, I'll bump up to my Glock 19 with the all the gadgets and the gadgets, weapon mounted light and all that, stuff, right? Sometimes I do executive protection stuff. Sometimes I do private security and local events and things like that. And again, I take into account the environment, where it's at, the people, the job, what I need to wear. Like all those things go into consideration when I start picking out the gun and the supporting equipment. But anyway, I hope that helps. I would love to hear y'all's perspective as well, because we're all just everyday people trying to make it in this world, this crazy world, right? And I wanted to give you what I look like on any given Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and show you that relevancy and relatability with just the everyday Joe and what we need. So I hope you like that. That's going to finish out our everyday carry series of like how to wear the gun and kit the gun and have things on you and all of that. Anyway, again, thank you so much. My name is Tyler. I'm with Synergy Training Group, recording for concealedcarry.com. Thanks again.